Hello, everyone. So this screencast is going to cover putting grades into Schoology. I know most of you have grades in, but for those of you that are struggling or just need something when you're at home to help guide you, I'm going to show you a quick way to input grades into your gradebook in Schoology. And just a reminder that interims are going to be printed out tomorrow on Wednesday, so your grades will have to be in by tomorrow. So in order to put grades in your gradebook in Schoology, you're going to go into your BCPS1 and you're going to go into Schoology. And once I'm in Schoology, there's going to be a very easy way to input my grades. So obviously you're going to put them into your courses. So I'll do my sample course here. So there's two things. First, you want to make sure that your grade setup is correct. And when you go to your grade setup, you want to make sure that you have three categories. So you should have major, you should have minor, and the district puts in practice. I put in formatives, you can put in practice. It should say practice. But you're going to change the weight. So if you, this is what yours might look like if you have not weighted your categories yet. So if you click on this box, you'll weight your categories. Now, when you go, if you haven't weighted them yet, when you click this, it'll say 100, 100, and 100. Obviously, you can't do that. You have to make sure that the weights equal 100. So you're going to change your practice to 0. Your major assignments count as 30%, and your minor will be 70%. And then you want, this star just means that it's going to automatically default to that in my gradebook. And since most of the stuff that we assign to the students or grade in class are going to be in that minor category, I went ahead and put my star there. The other thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that this is set correctly. I know kindergarten, first, second, and third grade use this BCPS primary achievement scale. And then the fourth and fifth grade teachers, do grade on a point scale. You just want to make sure that you're not using a 100-point scale, that you're using a 50-point scale. And the reason for that is, we don't give anything below 50. If you give a child a 0, it's kind of like that super 0 argument where it's going to take them so long to dig their way out. So the lowest grade that you're going to be able to give them is a 50. So if your student is getting like a 36% or a 42%, you're going to round that up to 50. Also, unfortunately, if the student's missing or didn't want to complete an assignment, you're still only going to give them 50. And then I'll show you how to account for that in your grade book. So maybe you want the parents to know what their real grade was or if that grade was actually missing. So there is a way to communicate that to parents. So you're going to save your changes. Now you can go into Gradebook. Now, if you have not created an assignment in Gradebook, there's a very easy way. And this is just my mock test. So I have Sauter and Ms. Griggs and Grenzick in it. There's an easy way to input assignments into Schoology. I'm going to go right over here to this plus sign, and I'm going to add a grade column. I'm going to type in the name of my assessment. Let's say this was on cause, effect. You want to make sure it's set, and it's going to automatically default to minor because we put that star there. However, I can change it to any of the categories I've created. It's obviously going to stay as a minor. I can still toggle between my scales, but obviously I want to keep it on the BCPS primary achievement scale. The thing that I like to do is I like to align my learning objectives to that. That way you can actually sort it by standards so you can see where your students are achieving, what standards maybe they're struggling in. And I can actually pick a standard if I want. So this would actually be right, and then I'm going to create that. Once I create that, it is here in Schoology, and all I have to do is click this and add my grades. It'll automatically convert to a percentage for you. So I'm going to put that in there. All right. Now, I don't want that below A. Now here's where I said you can account for, like, if you had to give a student a 50, or if you gave them a 50 and it was lower, or you gave them a 50 and they didn't have anything. If you go after you put your grades in, see this little comment section. I always think it's great to add a grade comment. A lot of you said, you're giving something and it's like 4 out of 4, or maybe they got, 8 out of 6, or sorry, 8 out of 10, but then you converted it to be the CD, the P, or the N, or you converted it to a number grade. Here's where you can add in your comment, student received a 8 out of 10, and you can add that comment, and you'll notice that when you click here, that comment is there. You could also add in, student did not complete this assignment. So you can add comments in that way. So that is how an easy and quick way to input grades into Schoology. I will not be in the building tomorrow. I am out all day. If you need any help with putting grades, even after watching the screencast, just email me and I'll send you my number, and hopefully we can figure it out that way. Have a great day.